Welcome back to the show. So excited to talk to our next guest because LiveWorkPlay for almost 20 years have been doing incredible work supporting those with developmental disabilities. And we're joined by Keenan Wellar, who is the co-leader and director of communications at LiveWorkPlay. Welcome to the show. Great to have you here.
Great
and congratulations, because last year you won a Community Builder of the Year award, and then on March the 13th, just recently, you were added to the Wall of Inspiration at City Hall. Let's start there, Keenan. It must have been a pretty proud moment for all of you at LiveWorkPlay.
It's a really nice audience because there was more than 30 people added to the wall, and it was a really nice award for our organization because it's the Belonging to Community award, and that's really what we're all about. So, you know, there's different awards for different things, and they're not always a great fit, but this one, we really took it to heart, and it means a lot to us, so we were all really happy.
That's really great. So you guys have been around for how long now?
It'll be 20 years in next year.
So that's a long commitment, really,
Yeah.
you know, to community building, and that's what you're doing.
Absolutely, and I guess it's been an exciting 20 years also because we've also changed the way we think about things, and just our own understanding of what the Ottawa community is able to do, that it's not about what our agency can do or what Keenan can do or any particular person, it's that all of us can do a lot together, and just learning what that means, and it's actually really functional and practical to believe in that.
Well, and I think what's very unique is the approach that you've taken, and the nice thing is I think people have recognized that, and other communities and organizations have picked up on that. And your idea was really to integrate into the community rather than forming a center for people to go to. You chose a different direction. Just describe what you do at LiveWorkPlay.
Right, well, we kind of started that way. We had people coming to us, people with disability labels,
Right.
and then we said, well, this isn't helping them be part of the community, and so what's stopping them from being part of the community? It's actually mostly other people that don't understand the disability. And so if we just go and communicate more and spend more time doing that. So that's what we've done, whether it's employers or community centers or sports leagues, whatever it is, a little bit of education. And of course, those same types of people that create businesses or start sports leagues, well, they're really creative, inventive people.
Right.
And so they welcome our communications, and they say, well, of course, just help us, and we'll include this person or these people.
And what incredible success stories you have, because people with disabilities, and this is what I've learned from speaking to you over the years, are the most loyal people you can possibly find. I've been to a couple of conferences that you've done and spoken about, and some of the businesses that come up and share stories, maybe you could share one for us, Keenan, because they're really inspirational and eye-opening.
Sure, well, we've had such great partnerships, but I mean, last year we recognized the Works Gourmet Burger Bistro, which is, everyone knows, a local restaurant chain here in Ottawa, and you know, they just have it as part of their way of thinking that our workplace represents the community around us, and that includes people with intellectual disabilities. So they have at least one of our members working in every single one of their franchises, which people probably don't know, and you won't know because they're just good workers,
Yeah.
but that's what's going on. And Lieutenant Governor David Onley is the first person, he was speaking recently, but what's this issue with the loyalty? And he was very clear. He said, you know, I was a person with disability in the media, and I knew I had to work 3 times as hard to keep my job. And that's basically what's going on. They know that opportunities are hard to come by, and they work harder, and they're very loyal to their employers or their teammates, whatever it is.
Now, what are some of the special challenges? I was reading up on you guys, and you've got some special challenges in terms of, because you are so successful now. So what's the problem if it's so good?
One of our unique challenges, I guess, if you look at employment as an example, so when people become employed, there's a lot of work up front. But then over the years, it's often really important that the person has someone to stay in touch with the employer in case they have some kind of an issue. So that work is ongoing. So the more jobs we create, the more people that are out in the community working, the more demand on us, but there's actually no one funding us to provide that support. So that's something going forward we have to deal with.
Yeah, fundraising is a big issue, but in the federal budget, as I understand it, there was some good news for you guys?
Yeah, they announced a new initiative. It's called Ready, Willing, and Able. Now it's federally based, and so this $50 million that was announced, it's going to take some time to figure out how does this get to the provinces, and then how does it get to potentially a little local organization like ours. So we'll just wait and see how that plays out. Our good friends at the Canadian Association for Community Living are managing that program, so we should find out as soon as possible what's going on there.
Yeah, good luck. I'm not being cynical, but
yes, it just
there's
takes
a lot
time.
You just mentioned there's different divisions of
All
government
the
that
trickle-down
has to get
effect.
down to you guys.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of fundraising, of course, that means you have to do a lot of fundraising, and you have a fabulous event coming up, Recipe for Success. Tell us about it.
April 3rd, Recipe for Success Culinary Adventure Charity Auction. And TD Bank is back again sponsoring the event along with Pylon Electronics. And it's silent live auctions, food going around on trays, and it's a stand-up, and then you sit down, and then you bid, and then there's these wacky co-auctioneers. One's Derick something or other, and Sandy Sharkey, and they tend to be the highlight of the show because you just never know what's going to happen.
Well, last year I couldn't make it. I was so disappointed. It was just bad timing. I went on vacation, and you almost fell through the stage.
I did, in fact,
year.
fall through the stage.
You did? Okay.
And I used Sandy to brace my fall.
Right.
So I'm off. I no longer have that job. It's back to you.
It's back
Please.
to me. So health and safety, if you're watching, make sure you come by and protect me from that. But it is a wonderful day, as you said. It's a wonderful evening for people to get together. And is it? It's open to the public. Anybody can participate.
It's open to the public, and if you're wondering what kind of auction, it mostly features some of the bigger items has to do with travel.
Right.
So WestJet and Via Rail are some of our repeat sponsors. So trips like to Hawaii and things like that. It's very exciting.
How many live auction items do you have, just so I can prepare myself?
Right.
This year?
Well, as you know, we try to keep that to a minimum. It's about between 20 and 30,
Yeah,
Right.
a minimum of 20 and 30.
and about 100 silent items.
Yeah, and let me tell you, the atmosphere there is absolutely fabulous. You guys have done such a wonderful job, and a lot of volunteers, right, come out and participate and help you guys put it together.
The best part, they help us all the time, but I think the auction is a great chance for everyone to come together and have fun.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Thanks so much for joining us, Keenan, and
Thank you very much.
congratulations again on your Community Builder of the Year award. Very well deserved.
Appreciate it.
Listen, don't go away. More Daytime coming up after the break.